Okay. Aya, where? Yes, start. Okay. Greetings, VJTI community. Wish you all a very happy Engineers Day. My name is Shweta Junjunwala, and I'm a 1993 computer science graduate. I'm an engineer and a proud consultant. So I must have an agenda and a PPT, I guess. So let me share the agenda for the plan today. We'll start the evening, with our newly appointed director of VJTI, Dr. Sachin Kore. He will share his vision for VJTI with us. That will be followed by a short film where we'll take you down memory lane with the VJTI Alumni Association, and we'll go through what we went during our college days. I don't want to give it all away here, but wait for the video, I would say. Some of you may have heard of I Am VJTI, and I'm sure you're wondering what that is. So Naresh, my buddy, has been chewing my ear with I Am VJTI for the last 2 years. Hence, it's only right that he unravels that mystery for you. I would like to take a minute and introduce Naresh here. So Naresh Apte is a 1993 computer science graduate from VJTI and a master's in computer science from Michigan Tech. He co-founded Tasman App in Silicon Valley, through which he provided strategic consulting solutions to several Fortune 500 companies in the enterprise architecture space, including SOA, digital transformation, B2B integration, and supply chain management. He has authored 2 books on service-oriented architecture and holds a patent in network security and identity management. Currently, he's focused on investing across a broad spectrum of asset classes, including early-stage technology ventures, real estate, and private and public capital markets. He enjoys mentoring and advising startup founders and entrepreneurs in various aspects of building a successful business. So you will hear about I Am VJTI from Naresh. Finally, you will hear from my esteemed guest, Mr. Amit Chandra. Amit will be introduced by none other than his own classmate and friend, Mr. Dinanath Kholkar. I would like to welcome our newly appointed director, Dr. Kore, to share his vision of VJTI. Dr. Sachin Kore received his BE from Government College of Engineering, Pune, ME from Walchand College of Engineering, Sangli, and his PhD in Mechanical Engineering from IIT Bombay. He was a postdoctoral fellow, CAMG, from University of Waterloo, Canada. He was an associate assistant professor at IIT Guwahati, and most recently, he was dean and APN SA professor at IIT Goa. His broad areas of research are manufacturing, electromagnetic manufacturing, magnetic pulse welding, high strain rate forming, and advanced welding. So guys, sorry, I don't understand a lot of this because I was in computer science. There's a lot of mechanical stuff. But anyway, he has completed more than 15 consultancy and sponsored projects, filed 2 patents, published about 100 research papers, including more than 50 SCI International Journal papers and 4 book chapters. He has worked on electromagnetic welding of sheets at BARC Mumbai and also received an award and felicitation from former President of India, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, for being an expert in the same. Without further delay, I hand the stage to Dr. Kore. Dr. Kore, all yours.
A very good evening. Thank you, Ms. Shweta, for the kind introduction. Distinguished honorable guest, Mr. Amit Chandra, VJTI alumni, colleagues, and friends. It is really my honor to speak here on the occasion of Engineers Day. A very happy Engineers Day to all of you. I will share the current status and my vision as well as the Board of Governors vision for VJTI. As we all are aware that VJTI started in 1887 and with 136 years of rich legacy, till today VJTI remained the first choice for top performing students from the state of Maharashtra. We are celebrating centenary year on this particular campus in Motunga. So 14 November 1923 when VJTI moved in at this particular campus. When I say with the vision for VJTI, currently we are a top ranked technological institute. So with the support from Honorable Dr. Anand Deshpande, Chairman Board of Governors, and as well as faculty and staff members, we have vision to transform VJTI into a technological university in line with the technological university which are set up in Maharashtra state, which will also get ideas from various institutes of national importance like IITs, NITs, and central universities like ICT. And we'll prepare our own Technological University Act and propose it to the government of Maharashtra. In future, we would like to build in VJTI into a university of international repute. When I said that VJTI is a top performing institute, so if you look at our ranks, these are the ranks of our 2023 students. So all our computer science engineering students, they have 99.992 is the opening rank, whereas 99.89 is the closing rank. For IT, it is 99.89. So these figures which I am trying to show here is till today, VJTI remains the first choice for all top performing students from the Maharashtra state, and they prefer VJTI for its academic excellence. We are also equally committed to reciprocate and give them best possible academic environment and best possible teaching learning resources. So our strategy is to work in the areas of faculty resource and teaching R&D activities, improve our teaching learning process, and we also focus on students' well-being. When we say that we have a legacy of 100 years on this particular campus, we also have a challenge of 100 years old, some of the buildings, so where we are trying to upgrade our infrastructure to provide better facilities for research and teaching learning environment. We want to build our curriculum. Recently, Government of India has introduced National Education Policy. So we are restructuring our curriculum in such a way that we not only emphasis on teaching academic courses, but we also emphasis on R&D related courses. So where we encourage students to take electives, interdisciplinary courses, open electives, so that they learn from various disciplines. Students from mechanical engineering can learn AI and ML, as well as we want to encourage students in startup and entrepreneurship, and also to introduce some of the management courses so that they become industry leaders in the future. So we want to set up some center of excellences in various research areas and motivate our students for product-oriented research so that they themselves can start their own startups in the future. So these are some of the thrust areas we have identified across all departments: AI, ML, Industry 4.0, societal development projects, structural testing, electric vehicles, nanomaterials, and environmental surveillance, as well as technical textiles. So we want to set up, we wish to set up this center of excellences in various these domains. Recently, we received a 5 crore grant from Government of Maharashtra for setting center of excellence in AI, ML, as well as rupees 10 crore grant from NTTM for setting technical textile center of excellence in textile department. Eventually, we will also approach the government and industry for helping and setting up such center of excellence in all the departments, so as we inculcate the research culture in the institute. What we are currently focusing is we are trying to prepare our roadmap for 5 years plan for development activities in academic research, faculty, staff, and infrastructure. So we have prepared different proposals which we will be submitting to Government of Maharashtra as well as to industry through CSR and seeking support from alumni, so that we can develop, upgrade our undergraduate labs, classrooms, and also research labs. We are encouraging industry-specific MTech programs. We wish to encourage internship in as well as placement activities, setting central instrumentation facility for building a research culture in the institute so that we publish high quality research papers, And we also want to bring full-time PhD students on campus. So we also want to help our faculties with the faculty development program and provide them various facilities for faculty as well as staff. We have planned to build another student hostels so that we have vision to accommodate all our undergraduate as well as postgraduate students on campus so that nobody need to travel in Mumbai city. We also have vision to develop faculty housing so that it becomes a completely residential campus, and the student activity center, satellite campus, as well as off-campus accommodation. These are the plans which we are working on. This is a glimpse of our newly built boys hostel at VJTI campus, which is ready to occupy. It has a capacity of 420, which is about 50 crore project. And we wish to build some more such hostels so that we accommodate all our students. This is our campus placement. VJTI is doing extremely good. We have 100% placement in last year with the highest CTC of 64 lakhs, and students are doing extremely well in all departments. We seek support from alumni for our placement as well as internship activities. Students are securing very good internship in EPFL. Some of them are in international universities as well as IITs and industries. So we seek support from alumni for our internship and placement activities. We encourage students for startup activities. We have started technology business incubation, and there are about 50 products which we have developed and about 10 crore grant revenue which has been generated through various startups. These are some of the numbers for the funding which we receive from government industries. About 50 crore for the NSCS project from Government of India and some other projects which we receive. This is from the support from the industry as well as research institutes. These are some glimpses of students performing in various hackathon and winning prizes, as well as we conduct various international as well as national conferences in national security as well as Internet of Things, cyber security. Our students are very active in various technical as well as cultural activities. So Techno still remains a popular choice for all the students in Maharashtra. They participate here in VJTI. These are the cultural activities for overall development of students. Rangavardhan and Pratibimba are the famous activities which students actively take part into. So these activities we also encourage students so that for their overall well-being. So with this, I thank you all for giving me opportunity to speak here.
Thank you, Dr. Kore. I guess I realized that you need a whole session of your own. You had such good information to share with the alumni. We'll have to bring you back another one of our series and give you the whole session, because that was very, very, very useful information which alumni can definitely use.
Yeah, thank you.
So now we'll go down memory lane with a small video, which was made by VJTI Alumni Association and VJTI. It's made by students, but I'm sure you will all love it.
VJTI, today known as Veer Mata Jizabai Technological Institute, one of the most prominent technological institutions in the country, carrying forward a glorious legacy of technical education, torchbearer of scientific zeal and temper, was founded in the year 1887 under the name Victoria Jubilee Technical Institute. Today, let's get on a journey through the labyrinths of VJTI, from its humble and ambitious foundation to its immaculate and honorable achievements in present times. To start, let's begin by seeing VJTI as it is in the present day. So in the past 135 years of its existence, we have advanced in areas which were merely a dream at its foundation. Today, we stand among the top engineering institutions in India, among the top 5 engineering institutions in Maharashtra, providing variety of diploma courses, 9 BTech courses, 19 MTech courses, and 9 PhD courses. An opulent and inclusive campus culture, we have over 8 student clubs covering a wide array of activities which students can be a part of. With an esteemed alumni association, VJTI students have proved their mettle in almost every field in the world. VJTI has always been a thriving hub of innovation, creativity, hard work, and commitment. Overcoming challenges, we have always sought to seek the best outcome of a problem, to break barriers, and to strive forward. Among the leaders who worked for the foundation of the institute were Pandurang Narayan Joshi, Dadabhai Nauroji, M.G. Ranade, Pirocha Mehta, K.T. Telang, and D.E. Vacha. It was not, however, until the late 80s of last century that the establishment of a technological institution in Bombay became a practical reality. The leading citizens who interested themselves in this development were Mr. Navrozji Envadia and Sir Deenshaw M. Pettit. The important question of finance was solved by Sir Deenshaw Pettit, who made the princely gift of Rs 3 lakhs for a suitable and permanent home for the institute. The most imperative landmark in the history of the institute was its removal and shifting to its present site in Matunga. The increase in the number of branches demanded greater accommodation, and the Bhaikala site was quite unsuitable for further development. The next milestone in the history of Matunga campus of VJTI was its name change from Victoria Jubilee Technical Institute to Veer Mata Jizabai Technological Institute in 1997. An educational institution of this type is a living thing, which must never cease to grow. Now let's move on to our fabulous departments. At the time of establishment of VJTI, there were very few of the many departments we are familiar with now. The institute started with the only 2 departments, Sir J.J. School of Mechanical Engineering and the Ripon Textile School in 1887. These departments were established on the Bhaikala campus. The Department of Mechanical Engineering remains among the premier departments of VJTI. Earlier known as Ripon Textile School, the textile department has a building of the most modern northern light roof type, suitable for housing textile mill machinery. It has a variety of modern spinning and weaving machines and laboratory equipments. The department carries out industry consultancy projects and is recognized by the Government of India as an official testing facility. The electrical department, though started nearly 15 years after the foundation of the institute, has been the most popular one in the institute. It is equipped with machines, instruments, and apparatus for practical training of students in testing, maintenance, and operation of electrical machinery in powerhouses and factories. The Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering is recognized for its doctoral research by the University of Mumbai. It has laboratories equipped with the most modern equipment and test facilities. The department continuously undertakes research and consultancy projects to share and enhance technical knowledge. The Department of Computer and Information Technology is one of the youngest departments of the institute. This department attracts top-ranked students to pursue their education, while featuring an excellent placement where 100% of eligible students secure their jobs in dream companies. Few notable alumni are Mr. Pirocha Burjorji Godrej, who was the co-founder of Godrej Group. He is the person who took Godrej to the top in the race. Mr. Jagdish Chandra Mahindra, founder of Mahindra and Mahindra Group. Dr. Shekhar Basu, Indian nuclear scientist, recipient of Padma Shri, former chairman, Atomic Energy Commission, and former director, Bhabha Atomic Research Center. Dr. Anil Kakodkar, former chairman, Atomic Energy Commission of India, recipient of Padma Shri, Padma Bhushan, Padma Vibhushan, and Secretary to the Government of India Director of BARC from 1996 to 2000s. Mr. Amit Chandra is the chairperson at Bain Capital India Advisors. Mrs. Renuka Ramnath, former MD and CEO, Multiple Asset and Managements Limited, and the chairperson of Board of Tata Communications. Mr. Lakshman Rao Kirloskar is the founder of Kirloskar Group. Mr. Shantanu Kirloskar also worked at VJTI as a teacher. The alumni meet is generally held in the institute in the end of December or beginning of the month of January. All alumni are invited to visit the campus and take a walk down memory lane to relive and cherish the times spent on the campus. The VJTI Alumni Association has been helping the alma mater in modernizing laboratories, classrooms, the auditorium, cafeteria, washrooms, and the hostel infrastructure, as well as providing scholarships and funding support to the needy students.
बहकी सभी जुबां है, हम हैं हजारों में, अब की कमी जरा है, हर चीज खास है, अब है जो है वो समा है, तुम रह सकी तो रबा है, अब है जो है वो समा है, तुम रह सके ऐसी जीत, अब चाहे जिंदगी, ऐसी जीत अब चाहे जिंदगी है. सहनी हमें सजा है, हम हैं बाजारों के, सबकी नजर यहाँ है, हर चीज राज है, अब है जो है वो समा है, तुम रह सकी तो रबा है, अब है जो है वो समा है, तुम रह सके ऐसी जीत, अब चाहे जिंदगी, ऐसी जीत अब चाहे जिंदगी है. ऐसी जिंदगी हम छिप छिपाए, हम ना.
Wow, wasn't that exciting? Brought back old days for me. There was a lot of information in there which I had no idea about. So it was really nice to see that. And with that, I hand over to Naresh to talk about I am VJTI.
Thanks, Shweta. Thanks, Shweta, for your kind introduction at the beginning of the program. And I'm happy to be here. And hello, everyone. And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, based on wherever you are. I'm glad that we have with this event, Engineers Day celebration event, we have now brought in people from all over the globe. And so first of all, thank you for joining the Engineering Day celebration at VJTI. And like Shweta said, wanted to talk about the I am VJTI campaign. So if you could switch to the PowerPoint presentation. As Shweta said, we've been talking about this for a while, and but it's really has taken shape in the last couple of months, I would say. And it started as a happy accident with the WhatsApp community. And some of us were gathered together at a meetup in Silicon Valley on the sidelines of a conference. And at the end of the conference, we said, hey, let's start a WhatsApp group. And what started as one group eventually has mushroomed into 3 different communities on WhatsApp, mainly because of the limitation of the WhatsApp tool itself. But now we have connected VJTI alumni from San Francisco to Sydney, from Mumbai to Melbourne and everything in between, every locality in between. And that 5,000-6,000 set of members that we have today, more joining as we speak, it represents enormous potential for VJTI community. We saw earlier Dr. Kure talk about the future of VJTI. Just in this video, we saw the legacy of VJTI. And now we have to go from the legacy to the future. And how do we get there? And I believe I Am VJTI campaign has a major role to play in that. So if you go to the next slide, it's really up to us to unlock the potential that this community represents. And I Am VJTI is really a campaign to unlock that potential. It's a campaign to ignite and build VJTI pride among all of us. We would like to have all VJTI alumni wear their VJTI pride on their sleeve for the world to see and showcase what they have been able to achieve in the context of what they learned at VJTI. Together as a community, we want to be connecting with each other. We want to enrich each other's lives and advance together and advance for a better VJTI and a better VJTite as a result of that. So the goal is to elevate standing of VJTI and VJTI at national and global stage. Now, of course, any building doesn't really happen without pillars. So if you go to the next slide, I'll be talking about the VJTI pillars. And this is somewhat of a busy slide, not meant to scare you that as to what all is involved. Clearly, there are many pillars, and even these are not meant to be an exhaustive list of all the things that we can do, but just some of the things that we are currently doing. And those include creating a strong network so people can connect, advance, and thrive that I already talked about earlier. We celebrate successes of VJTIs and share knowledge. We take ideas and create great innovations out of that. We recognize or increase the recognition for VJTI, the institution, and VJTI, the person. And finally, help in career advancement of all the VJTIs. The horizontal slice that you see mentions some of the initiatives that are currently underway, the tracks that are underway. And that's the Samarth initiative that Dina helped us launch very recently. So thank you, Dina, for doing that, for igniting that passion among all of us who are working on these tracks. So as you can see in the Samarth initiative, there are many tracks that are being worked on by many team leads. So I won't be going through all of that. We won't have time for that. But there are two that I want to talk about today. So if you go to the next slide, the first one that I wanted to talk about is Josh 2023. And Josh is really a simple meetup at the outset, right? I mean, nothing formal, it's just an informal gathering. Through the WhatsApp community initiative, we now have a diverse set of VJTIs from all over the world that have come together. And given within a particular locality, not everybody knows each other. We had in the meetup that I was referring to earlier, VJTI alumni from, I believe, 1978 to 2020. So you can imagine a pretty diverse set of people at such meetups. So here the idea is that we bring people within a particular locality, and now we have about 33 different regions, if you will, on the WhatsApp community. So what we are asking here is for each of those regions, each of those localities, each of those groups to come together, pick any day in the month of October, and just have an informal meet and greet where you can enjoy food, talk VJTI, and participate in any activities that might be planned by the local host. So it will be a global but local event at the same time, meaning it's all completely administered locally by the local host. But we want to do a string of these events across the globe. And if this concept, if this informal meet becomes a success this year, then this could be our annual event for alumni in different localities to come together and talk about what has happened in the year and how are we progressing from where we are today, to the vision that Dr. Kore had outlined for us for the VJTI, the Institute, and also for the VJTIs. The second initiative that I want to talk about, if you go to the next slide, is Hall of Fame. And this initiative is really about celebrating success of VJTI high achievers. And hopefully that inspires other VJTIs to become future Hall of Famers and come back to this program. We'll have series of these, and we would love to host you and learn about your story and get inspired by those stories. And these stories not only showcase the achievements of VJTIs, but at the same time, it enhances the global awareness for VJTI, the institution, and VJTI, the person. So in fact, today's event is one such event where we are going to launch our Hall of Fame program. And we have been very fortunate to have somebody of Amit Chandra's status to come here and talk to us. So thank you, Mr. Chandra, for accepting our invitation and coming here. And to introduce Amit Chandra, I would like to invite another stellar alumni, Dinanath Kolkar. If you go to the next slide, please. Dina, as many of you know, is an accomplished business leader. He's a senior vice president at Tata Consultancy Services. He's, of course, VJTI Distinguished Alumni. And at TCS, he drives many strategic initiatives for the company. And in addition, he provides active leadership at the IEEE Pune section. He also volunteers at the Pune System ecosystem. And he has been an advisory and governing body member at many educational institutions, such as VJTI, of course, ATI, UNSW Sydney, to name a few. And he has been recognized as among the top 100 influencers in data, and also among top 150 visionaries in AI and analytics. So with that, over to you, Dina.
Thank you, Naresh, and thank you, Naresh, Sweta, and Pramod for driving this entire community with a great deal of passion. Happy Engineers Day to all of you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. First of all, our namaskars to all our teachers who have made us capable engineers, and I think it's very appropriate that we bow down to them to enable us to be where we are. It's my honor to introduce Amit Chandra. Amit is the chairperson and founder of Bain Capital's India office and was part of Asia's leadership team for over a decade. Prior to this, he spent most of his professional career at DSP Merrill Lynch, India's leading investment bank at that time, and he retired as its MD and board member in 2007. Amit also co-founded the ATE Chandra Foundation with his wife Archana, which works closely with nonprofits and governments to design and scale solutions that impact the most marginalized populations. The couple was listed in Forbes Asia's Heroes of Philanthropy list in 2016 and has been consistently listed among the top 25 donors and top 3 professional donors in the country in the Huron Edelgive giving list. Amit has served on the boards of some large companies, including Tata Sons, Piramal Enterprise, Genpact, Emcure, and L&T Finance. In the not-for-profit sector, he has been a trustee of the Tata Trust, chairperson of Give India and the Akanksha Foundation. He is a founder trustee of Ashoka University, a member of the advisory board of Bridgespan India and the Center for Social Impact and Philanthropy. Amit is a BE electrical engineer from VJTI 1989, my class, MBA, and was named a young global leader by the World Economic Forum in 2007. He has or continues to serve on multiple committees constituted by the central and state government relating to finance, Niti Aayog, CSR, and economic affairs. Amit, thank you so much for joining us on this event.
Thank you, Dina, for that very generous introduction. Namaste, Dr. Kore, respected faculty members, and all my fellow VJTIs who have logged in here today to this webinar. And my compliments to the organizers for putting this event together. Firstly, my greetings to each one of you on this occasion of Engineers Day, or what I think should also be called Visvesvaraya Jayanti. It's named after a man who lived before most of us were born. Certainly I was. He was an alum actually of Mumbai University, the College of Engineering, Pune. He made incredible things around us possible, such as the Deccan Plateau irrigation system, which includes the Khadakwasla Dam and many marvels in southern India. His contributions remind us that we engineers are really capable of building things that make living life better possible. He was one of the first Indians actually to be awarded the Bharat Ratna. So as engineers, over 6 decades later after him, we have the opportunity to aspire to do the same. I don't necessarily mean seek Bharat Ratnas, but simply to do things in our chosen fields to make lives around us better. Friends, for someone who barely made it to VJTI, had an 80 KT in his 3rd semester, spent a disproportionate amount of his time on some of the extracurricular activities which you saw in the video, like organizing the first rock music concert on VJTI's campus. I can't tell you how much an honor it is to be both awarded as a distinguished alum of this incredible institution, but also to be invited to speak today on a forum like this. It should also be a story of hope to those of you who are not used to topping the class on a regular basis, or actually who entered like me at the bottom of the pyramid. I've often reflected on the role that VJTI has actually played in the modicum of success that I have been fortunate to enjoy, for it was certainly the inflection point in my career. In some of that reflection lies both the gratitude that forms the basis of why I believe all of us should do what is possible to enable the success of those who follow all of us. And I think Naresh very aptly made that call. And separately also lies the realization in what ways we can contribute to VJTI and consequently benefit from it all. And I think Naresh had a great matrix of options. Let me actually, build on some of those, reflecting on my own journey. First and foremost, I would like to begin with the pride that I hope swells within each of us as we introduce ourselves as a member of this esteemed institution. The name on our degrees or diplomas, the memories of our time there, the knowledge instilled in us during our tenure are all sources of immense pride for me, and I'm sure it's the case with all of you. For me, and I'm sure for all of us, VJTI not only shaped our academic journey, but also played a pivotal role in molding our character. I graduated from there, and thanks to actually campus recruitment, had the good fortune to work for L&T for a number of years. Those were actually the most foundational years for me. They taught me how to work on the shop floor with labor, how to sell to difficult customers, how to build relationships with managers who rose to be leaders of L&T over a period of time. Over time, I had the opportunity to also work with L&T's management and do some of their key deals as a banker when I was at DSP. And then when I started Bain Capital in India, I got a chance to take a stake in their largest subsidiary and sit on its board. The roots of that journey lay actually in the seeds that were sown in VJTI. Let me now talk a little bit about the network I was fortunate to build while I was at VJTI. I earlier mentioned that I spent a lot of time on extracurricular activities, be it organizing the first music show on campus, but I also worked on something Shweta talked about, mentioned in the video, Pratibhim, or helping edit the college magazine, and many other such activities. All my studies were actually done in groups. And I was really fortunate that a number of my classmates, including Dina here, were very generous in sharing notes with those of us who were laggards. The result of all of that was that by the time we graduated, we were not competing with each other, but were a collaborative group of friends, deeply vested in each other's success and well-being. 34 years after graduation, our bonds are still strong as ever, and we are all just one phone call away should we ever need assistance. Importantly, I have seen the broader class kick in, and often Dina has been a pivot in making that happen when a fellow classmate is in need of any kind of assistance to help to the best of their ability. As I look back on my years at VJTI, I have a lot of pride in the institution, but I have equal gratitude for the network of friends it has blessed me with. Now, there is no reason why that network needs to just be a small one. I commend the VJTI Alumni Association for the efforts over the recent years to invest in building this network into a much broader one. Naresh mentioned for 5,000, 6,000. I believe that with some investment, this network can become a very powerful resource that can open doors, create opportunities, and provide support for the institution, alumni, and faculty throughout our lives. We need to actively invest in strengthening these connections and making these investments necessary for the network to flourish. I now want to touch upon another key aspect that we all need to focus on to both take VJTI to the next level, but also to benefit, to uplift ourselves. We live in a world in which innovation is the driving force behind progress and growth. Now, VJTI has a rich legacy of innovation, but in the recent decades has completely fallen behind on this front. It is incumbent upon us to work with the leadership of the institute to do whatever is possible to revive this. I would like to commend the initiative Professor Daruwala and my classmate Dinanath took to galvanize the support for the IoT lab funded by our batch as an example of that. I hope to see many innovative projects come out of this initiative over the years as students under the guidance of faculty and in partnership with the industry seek out opportunities to push boundaries and challenge the status quo. As alumni, we need to see what more can be done to completely change VJTI's reputation as a center of innovation, one that is at the forefront of knowledge and discovery. By engaging ourselves with such initiatives, we will push our own knowledge, our own reputation, and our own careers. It is mutually beneficial, and we must take this up with more focus. As I conclude, let me touch upon a topic that is close to my heart, the importance of mentorships. Now, I am blessed to have had great mentors throughout my career. From my first bosses at Larsen & Toubro, who remain close to me even today, over 3 decades later, to people I have worked for in banking in my second innings and to investing in my third innings, or even close relatives along the journey. I've always had a decent set of go-to people to bounce issues against whenever I have needed to. I have realized that mentorship is a very powerful tool for both personal and professional development. While we were all young, we were impressionable. And honestly, we didn't know much, even though we thought we did. As alum, we can provide invaluable guidance to students and even recent graduates, helping them navigate the complexities of their journeys. Over time, you realize that mentorship is actually a two-way street and it enriches you. I have been the extraordinary recipient of mentorship by stalwarts like Dr. Mashelkar and Narayan Bhagulji. And in both cases, it helped me enormously in stepping into their big shoes to take away chair positions of organizations that they shaped when they were ready to retire. Today, I see the same opportunity with mentees who I have worked with when I see them in roles that make me proud. Friends, we all have an opportunity to build VJTI's legacy. Let us do so with pride, with determination, and a commitment, so that it is even greater in the years to come and all of us will rise higher and thrive with it. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Amit. That was really inspiring and motivating. You know, listening to you is bringing back my life story as well, and very similar life story. But I have to share one thing. When I envisioned this call, I thought of you as the keynote speaker. I didn't mention it to anybody. And then eventually it came around back to you. So I'm really glad we could do it like this. So it's the right time to go to what we can do now. As we are almost at the end of our 45 minutes, I just will take 5 more minutes and call to action, right? Everything has to have a call to action. How can you support VJTI? What can you do? PowerPoint, please. So the way I look at it is you can start, you have to do 3 things. One is start acting. So start doing things. The other is start thinking about how you will share it among your friends. Can you go to the previous slide, please? Yeah. So first is feel it. Like we said, right? That you have to feel the VJTI pride in you. You have to be proud. Anytime you're doing something, you know, oh, I am a VJTI. It should be there. I see LinkedIn profiles of people which don't have VJTI on it. They have University of Mumbai. Sure, you're University of Mumbai, but you are VJTI at first. So VJTI is most important. So you need to go update your LinkedIn profile, your social media, all your social media profiles. Previous slide, please. Yeah. And your Facebook, your Insta, everything should have VJTI mentioned in it. Second thing is to do it. Once you feel it, once you know what you're part of it, then you go and do it. And all these opportunities will work with you, will provide you mentoring, will provide you platforms for everything. That is the whole intent with this whole summit program. But you need to sign up to lead, to volunteer, or to participate in the local events, local activities that are happening, and also virtually, like a conference like this. We should be able to put this together every month with the number of really great people we have in our alumni community. We should be having this daily, I think. But of course, it takes effort. So we'll get there. No daily yet. We'll try to do at least 6 to 8 weeks, right? We'll connect with you soon enough. And then share it, spread the word, spread the links to the conferences, spread the links to our meetings. If you know, I know every person is in their class group. Whatever happens, you are in your batch and class group, but you're not in the group across classes, across years, across departments. So let's spread that love across VJTI. You can register on VJTIalumni.com, or you can write to us at admin@VJTIalumni.com. Stay tuned, lots more to come. And of course, you can't end any session without thanking all the people. So first and foremost, thank you to all the people on this call. But beyond that, there are people in the background. So for instance, Hemant Dhamankar, Bhavani Singh, Vijay Talele, Srishti Paul, slide that, and Aradhya. These are the people who helped us from the VJTI Alumni Association. Then we had people from the VJTI community team. So Naresh is on the call. Who are not on the call on visible are Pramod Vengankar and Abhijit Bam. These are also two of my classmates, and they've helped incessantly in the background, running all the WhatsApp communities. We've had calls at 2 a.m. my time and 2 a.m. their time. So, you know, with being US and India, we've done all kinds of crazy stuff in the last 1 month. I haven't slept, dreamt, done anything other than VJTI communities in the last 2 months and a half must be. And then we can't thank enough of digital VJTI under leadership of Dr. Daruwala, supported by Rishi Patel and Ashish Dubey. Can we have visibility of Dr. Daruwala and you guys? So just want you to see the background people. Come. Highlight yourself. Yeah. Why can't we see you in video? Yeah, that's the crew working right next to me. Thank you, guys. I know these guys last night, they didn't even have dinner. They were here till 11 o'clock. They had to find some place to eat. All places were closed. So thank you very much, guys. And last but not the least, of course, Dina has helped us throughout the process. So we also want to thank him. So I think this was a great kickoff to our communities, and we hope to do many more of these. Thank you very much, everybody. And we can stop the go live. Thank you. You can do the whole, everybody, show everybody on the screen.
Thank you very much.
Please show everybody on the screen. All. Yeah. We'll just have one picture of all of us together. No, stay live. Just show the grid, full grid. Yeah. See, I don't give up spotlight easily. That's the problem. And you guys are not visible. It's not on again, right? Okay. Everybody, time for a picture. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Long way to go.